Yeah, I'm back again. Yeah, with the credit card churning stuff, you can make money like that. I mean, it's going to come a time where they're going to catch you out there and freeze your. They ain't going to freeze your shit, but they're going to turn you down because it doesn't really matter. It really doesn't matter if you got different kinds of you have different kinds of credit. Man, look at your credit. You got hard. You got hard and soft. You got hard and you have soft. Good morning. You have hard and you have soft. Let's see what she got. You got hard and you got soft. You got hard pulls and you got soft pulls. Soft pulls not gonna affect your credit score, but they can still see it. And a hard pull, they can see that. They call credit inquiries. They're checking in on you to see if you're. They're checking in on you to see if you're see what you've been doing. To see if you've been BSing around with your life, with your financial life. They can see that. They're gonna look all through your shit. So every couple of years, you can do the credit card churning thing. You gotta wait at least 2 years. You gotta wait for those pulls to disappear, because they're gonna stop them. It's gonna stop. And they see you frequently trying to pull credit. And it doesn't matter if you get approved or not. A pull is a pull. If it's a hard pull, it doesn't matter if you get approved from the card or not. For the card or not. It's still a pull. It really don't matter if you get denied or, yeah, it doesn't matter if you get denied or if you get approved. A pull is a pull. So I usually just look at my score. So I was on, I done been had the Amazon account. You guys see on Amazon, they try to get you to buy stuff, and then they wanna offer you that credit card. Well, if you don't know, now you know this. Is that's a Chase account. It used to be Synchrony. Used to be Synchrony Bank. Like PayPal used to be Synchrony Bank. PayPal used to be GE at one time, and then it was Synchrony Bank. And just like Amazon, Amazon is Chase. It's JP Morgan. It's Amazon. So if you got problems with JP Morgan, you're not getting an Amazon card. I never had any real trouble with JP Morgan. They just think I still live in the Bronx for some reason. They don't want to disconnect me from the Bronx for some reason, for their own reasons. They keep the Bronx phone number, the home phone number, which is 4 or 5 years old. They still just want to keep it. Makes no damn sense, but they do it. And then you got, because I was trying to buy a mattress topper. To make my bed a little bit more softer. Because I like firm beds. But then I noticed that I lift and all that. Good morning. Yeah, I noticed that if I lift and all those kinds of things, this guy's a runner too. He's just started. He looks like he's a service guy or he's a jail guy. A lot of guys in prison run, and they walk most of the time because you're really not trying to run in there in the yard. And military guys like to run, but they don't like to. Nobody really likes to run or walk or jog or whatever. They tell you that they're a lie. Becomes like a habit. It would be nice if you get somebody to run or walk for you, or lift weights for you, or work for you, and then you just reap the benefits of it. You have a nice body, you have good cardio, and you have a bank full of money, bank account full of money. That's not how it works. You got to put in the work. Yeah, I said to myself, yeah, you could churn some cards and some debits. I got to, like when this pandemic thing came out, I got to, they said, is your business affected by, first I applied for regular unemployment. You know, just listening to the news and all the bullshit. And they turned me down. I said, what the fuck, I'm still good. I'm making money. I'm making enough to get by. And have enough savings and make enough just to get by comfortably. Well, I ain't got to ask someone for shit. That's comfortable to me. When you got money in the bank and you got to ask somebody for shit. Or you sitting around wanting shit you can't afford. It's all psychological anyway. Or you sitting around with some kind of drug habit, a cigarette habit or something. You ain't got no money. I mean, you'll do anything, more than likely, to get money to fulfill your habit. That's how drug addicts and people on chemical dependency get in trouble and do ungodly, unworthy shit. Immoral things. They compromise their integrity. So a bitch, you go suck a dick or something. Or suck their neighbor's cock. Or guys do the same thing. They'll go suck a dick too. Bitch ass niggas. When I say niggas, I'm talking about men. Any color man. I'm talking about a male. Yeah, so you just got to find these little ways to stay ahead of the game. That's all that is. It's not rocket science. You do what you got to do to stay ahead of the game. And it doesn't have to be immoral. If I can get $200, like I opened up the Wells Fargo account, they qualify me. So Trump was slick. People can't really say he's a bad guy. He came up with, okay, what about the self-employed people? There's a lot of people in this country that are self-employed, and they file taxes every year. So what about those guys? And then they said, okay. Some said, oh, so you're going to forget about them. Because personally, I believe that most of the world is self-employed and work for themselves. You still ain't escaping the tax thing, because the tax thing is going to benefit you. Let's say if you were self-employed and you wasn't in the tax system the year before or the upcoming year. See what I mean? To get that benefit from that PUA, Pandemic Unemployment Assistance, you'd have to been paying taxes in the past. From last year. Now to get the stimulus, that's different. I ain't talking about the stimulus now. I'm talking about the PUA. I ain't talking about stimulus. Stimulus, yeah, if you file taxes for this year. Of course, that's different. But you ain't getting no PUA for that. You'd have to have your money would have had to been taxes from last year. From last year for this year. And enough time in. You know? And enough time in to qualify for the PUA stuff. This is the cheapest state, second cheapest state in the whole country when it comes to unemployment. Maximum unemployment you're going to get here in Arizona, maximum, $240. That's going to be the maximum that you're going to get. $240. That's it. The minimum is $117. So if you're making less than that, you don't qualify for PUA. If you make less than 117, well, they usually give you half, so you got to double. So that's 240. So if you make less than 240, well, no, what's that? Two times 117 is 234. So if you make less than 234, you don't qualify. And you're paying taxes on it, you still don't qualify. You're making less than 234 a week. And if you're making more than, what is it, 240? If you're making more than 480 a week. So if you're making 480, that's total. But they only give you 240. And like I said, it's half. So you're making 480 a week. If you're making more than that, let's just say you make $1,000 a week. You're still only getting 240. The same way like the guy that makes 480. That to qualify for maximum. Same way that guy makes 480 and you make $1,000 a week. But you want to know something? They already know that you're not making no $1,000 a week out here, barely. And I don't care what you into. Not out here in this damn country ass place. They ain't gonna be giving no cowboys and farmers and ranchers no fucking ain't giving them no real fucking money. They're gonna make sure that they're gonna make sure that they keep you down. You ain't making no money. They're gonna make sure you ain't getting no maximum unemployment and all that stuff. They're gonna make sure of that. They're gonna make sure you ain't making no money. They're gonna make sure you don't make that money. They're gonna make sure that you get the least amount they can give you and the most. So this is where they get away with a lot. So if you got a low-paying job, they're not entitled to give you shit, even if you do get unemployed from whatever. There don't have to be no virus. It could be for anything. It could be for anything. Yeah, it could be for anything. They ain't got to give you no fucking no money. They ain't got to give you no money for They ain't got to give you no money for no fucking unemployment if you don't make enough. And if you make the maximum, you're not going to get a bunch of money. If you made $1,000 a week in New York, they're going to give you $500 unemployment because the maximum is $504. So if you make $1,008 a week before taxes, you're going to get a maximum. They're going to give you $504. Here, if you made $1,000 a week, they're only going to give you $240. So now you see how it's all managed. You see how, because different families run different territories. People just don't want to believe it. I just don't understand why. It's like out here. You see all these properties, all this stuff that's going on? They're always building. See, it says MidFirst Bank, Banner Health, all these advertisements of banks and stuff. And all this shit here. All these cheap ass houses, cheap ass housing, and cheap ass houses made out of fucking wood and fucking stucco. All this shit out here is crap. People are buying it. These are wooden houses. There's like, that's unheard of in like New York City. A wooden fucking house. I remember when I was growing up, I used to say I would never buy a wooden house. Because all it takes is one match and that shit gone. I don't care about what kind of insurance you have. Insurance is gonna be high. Because your shit's a stick. You got termites, tear your shit up. Sun, just like out here. So it's all a game, man. Just like this land right here. They'll put something over here sooner or later. I wish I had just a piece of land like this, or maybe bigger than this, just for myself. I'll go out there and target practice with my firearms and crossbows and air guns, and I could jog around the fucking place because the ground is softer than this fucking cement. See, that's what I would use the land for. But then you say, well, why don't you build something on it? Most of the time you can't. When you buy cheap land, you can't build shit on it. This here is so-called in the inner city, this land here. So you could build something on this. You got the electrical stuff right there, see the wires? You got the sewage. You know, you can connect straight up into the grid. Here people talking about off-grid, on-grid. Well, you can connect it to the grid. Properties that's on the grid is going to cost money. And it could be a little slice of land. It could be a little slice of land like from like here to there. This little rectangle from that wall to like right that back wall there. And that little piece of land right there could cost as much as a piece of land you could buy like in another neighborhood that's the same, that's comprises of this whole thing. See what I mean? Comprises of the whole thing. This lady been running for the longest. This little white lady. She got a little funny little stroke, a little flat booty. She be trying. This one. She over there running. Then you got these houses here. Remember when I first came here? And they was building these homes. Now they're finished. People are living in them. And some of them, I guess. See? It looks dark in here. That's the sun. That's automatic focus on here. It always blocks out. When the sun's like this, it always filters it out. Yeah, I said to myself, I was showing you guys step by step how they build. I even got a video about how they construct a home, a house. While I was showing them build these, they kept building. And the corona didn't stop nothing. When it first came out, yeah. But then these guys went right back to work. And since March, they started over here. Well, they actually started because they finished up this house on the edge. See how they got their permit? Responsible project. Individual. Cherry. Coaster. Stormwater pollution plan. It's called SWPP. See the guys working? You see how that's all wood? See? It's all wood. Yeah, it's all wood. See these wood frames? See right here? It's a wood frame. Then they put insulation. See, it's a wood frame. Then they put some other kind of shit up on there. I never really looked at it real close. But it's insulation. It started with the wood like this, right? Frame it out. Then they put this insulation stuff there, like right there. That second house to the left. Third one, I mean. They put up some kind of insulation, and it looks like it's some kind of paneling type of stuff. I'll look it up, because I really don't know. Then it looks like it's taped together. And it's probably screw nailed in there. And then you see where it looks like they peel the skin off of it. Yes. Then they peel the skin off of it. And it looks like cement. So that's all that is. Actually, what I'm looking at, what I'm seeing, it's some stucco panels. It looks like synthetic stucco paneling. I never knew that's how they did it. Then they put the tiles on the top. So that's what it is, look. I'm gonna get over there one day. It's like a synthetic stucco paneling. So they put the wood up, and they put the CDX paneling up to make a wooden house, and then they put this other pseudo stucco shit on there, which is right here. Look, you see? In this last house. And then they throw that up. Then they throw those tiles on the roof. Wow. Well, usually like in a regular hood, any regular little town, They'll just throw some aluminum siding up over the wood. That's what they do. When I was growing up. So when your guys see aluminum siding, it could be over anything actually. You could have some fucked up brickwork. You could have some fucked up brickwork. And you could put aluminum siding on your home. That's like a guy did next door to me in the Bronx. This motherfucker had termites. And every fucking season, it's usually in the summer, when you open the windows in your home, you ain't gotta have screens and stuff to keep the flies and mosquitoes out. You open up your windows and let the air through. Next thing you know, you got a million termites in your screening in your house. Either that termites are coming from your house or they're coming from the house next door. Most of the time, you haven't had any traces of termites, but they go to the SWAT team. They already came this morning to my place. Yeah, I seen them guys when they were about 5 cars pull out of there just now before I got there to that street there. And I noticed a guy with the hunting gear on. That wasn't hunting gear, that's his SWAT gear. In New York, the SWAT guys are black. They got black, they wear black. Yeah, so that's what usually happens. Because my man next door, wow. There was a tenant downstairs in my house, my building. He was saying, where all these fucking bugs come from on my screen? Now, I said, what are you talking about? I went downstairs and I looked. And this guy literally had like, probably was 10,000 bugs on his screen. Now look at the other screens. I'm like, all the termites are coming from, they ain't coming from here. Because my shit is brick. So ain't no termites coming from no brick house. Like, see this house here? This is a brick house. It's probably partial, but you can see the bricks. See, these are older homes. See? You can see the bricks, outlines. Then you could brick them, and then you could stucco them. If you don't want to keep pointing your bricks, you just nail some wire up there. You nail some stucco wire on there, and you put some, and you border it up with metal borders, and then you slap some stucco on the wire. See, these homes are better than these little cheap ass little places. These homes are brick. See? They're bricks. This is a nice house right here. Yeah, that guy, and I went in the driveway, I went in the backyard, I said, let me go see where this shits are coming from. They come from his house. He's got fucking, he's got a wooden house with fucking, well, whoever bought the house and the house was rotten. It was rotten, and it was termite infested. The wood was rotting. So what the new guy did, looks like he just put aluminum siding over it. He put aluminum siding over a termite infested property. So he had to get it fixed. And even the wood where the gutters and the leaders are on the house, every time I went in my driveway, I seen these big, like 4-inch fucking nails. So you could tap that up in there with some roofing nails. And every time I turned around, his gutter was rolling over, freezing over in the wintertime. And you got a long, gigantic icicle that's 2 stories high. And that has to start off. And you keep looking, coming out of the basement apartment, you look up, that shit could fall down and kill somebody. You got a 2-foot long icicle, turns into 3 feet. Next thing you got a 10-foot long icicle. And if you let it, that shit will grow down to the ground. It'll accumulate down to the fucking... And my mom had that apartment, and some people had it before her. I don't need that shit falling on my mother's, impaling her, because dumb don't want to get his fucking gutter fixed. So then finally, I guess one day, he got up enough money, and he got a new roof. So, same way he had to fix that termite shit. He had to peel back all of that aluminum siding. And there it was, a big, gigantic, it was a termite nest right underneath, like, part of the side of his home. So he had to peel back all of that shit and then fix it. Tear out all that rotten wood, get rid of it, and put some fresh boards up there. Put some fresh boards up there. Yeah, I had to put some fresh boards up there. He did the same thing with his roof. Did the same thing with his roof. His roof is so termite ridden that his shit wouldn't hold nails. You know that's bad. If your house is so terrible. I kept on saying, where are these nails coming from? The nails are falling out of his house. The nails are falling out of his house because this house is termite infested. Yeah. The nails are falling out of his house because the house is termite infested. I was trying to put it together. I was like, every time I turn around, there's nails in my driveway. Where the fuck are these nails coming from? And I started looking up. Then I could see where his gutter was pulling away from the house. Yeah, his gutter was pulling away from the house. And I'm like, this guy can't see that his gutter's pulling away from, because every time it rained, the water would come in my backyard. And my backyard is only gonna hold but so much water. And now his water's coming in too. So it's like, he making my backyard flood. So I told him, you gotta get that shit fixed, man. So you gotta get that shit fixed, dude. See, I fucked up. I left that fan on. I hate when I do that. That's a waste of energy. I kicked myself in the ass for that. 8:05. And that's why you never leave the fan on when you go out, because it ain't gonna make nothing cool. Let me turn this on high. Peace and love, y'all. I'm out.